how to stop translating in your head and start thinking in English. This is a question I get all the time, and the answer is surprisingly simple. To stop translating in your head and to learn to think in English and to think much more easily in English, what you need to do is to practice translating more, ironically, and to practice speaking more on your own. And that's it. It's as simple as that. If you practice reading and listening in English, you'll get good at reading and listening English, which is also good. You should definitely do that. But if your goal is to speak in English, to speak it fluently, then you should practice thinking in English, speaking English, writing in English as well. And the best way to do this without native speakers, without real life conversations, any of that stuff, which is also helpful, but it's not always available. The best way to do it is just translating on your own at home. You can do it by speaking, or you can do it in writing. This is the beauty of technology. In this day and age, we've got Google Translate, we've got DeepL, ChatGPT, all the other AI tools, lots of different tools that you can use to practice speaking on your own. And if you do it in writing, it's even better, because if you are writing, you're slowing down and you're thinking about what you're going to write. So if you are making a lot of mistakes, you will very quickly figure out where you're making those mistakes, and you'll stop making most of those. The problem with this kind of approach is mostly that it's hard work and it's not particularly fun, and most people avoid it. It's not fun for myself either, so I don't do it as much as I should, to be honest. But if the goal is to improve and to improve quickly, this is what you should do with your time. No amount of comprehensible input will help if you don't do this, unless you spend a lot of time with native speakers, and really important, you get corrected. If you just spend time talking to native speakers in a casual, informal environment, and you just have conversations, you won't get corrected, and you'll keep making the same mistakes forever. If you've got a tutor that actually corrects all the mistakes you're making, then perfect, do that. But most of you don't have the time or the budget for that, so this is the next best option. And it's very simple. You simply take a list of sentences in English, translate it into your target language, into your native language, and you translate them from your native language into the target language. Yeah? You read them in your native language, and you try to say them in English. So, do you watch TV in the evening? Do you watch TV in the evening? That's good. And then you check. And then you do it with the next one. Sometimes I watch TV in the evening. Okay. What time do you go to bed? Right, that's good. If you make mistakes, then you self-correct. If you do it in writing, it's even better, because you can use a red pen and a paper. I love doing this, but it's not very cinematic. I could show you in some other video probably. But yeah, doing it in writing is slower, it's more work. But self-correcting with a red pen, it's quite revealing of all the stuff that everything you don't know, or all the mistakes you're making, you'll see them there in red very clearly. And the more you do it, the fewer mistakes you'll make, especially if you review the previous the text from the previous sessions that you've done. And if you just keep doing this with enough sentences, eventually you'll stop making that many mistakes. And this is ironically how you stop translating in your head. You simply translate a lot into English in real life. And if you do it enough, you will be able to then just think in English. Again, if you do it with enough variety of sentences. The other thing you should also do is listen to the language a lot and do a lot of shadowing. If you shadowing meaning listening and repeating simultaneously. So you listen to the sentences and you read at the same time, and you say them aloud while you're listening to them over and over and over. And if you do this enough, you will also learn to think in the language, because it's, again, once you've repeated something aloud so many times that you know it by heart, then you don't need to think about it anymore, right? But the best way to learn to think in a language is to just train the skill of thinking in the language more and more, right? And eventually you stop translating. It's as simple as that, really.